Nurturing inclusive community empowerment through the promotion of agri-fisheries technopreneurship is a program that will enhance the quality of knowledge, develop positive attitudes and relevant skills of graduates in agriculture, fishery, forestry, including their families, will deepen their engagement in agriculture and fisheries sector. One of the objectives of this program is the development of ICT-based educational and training materials on entrepreneurship, marketing, and financial management for farmers and their families. Thus, this video presentation on the fisheries sector, entitled Sea Urchin Production Technology, will create opportunities to engage in fisheries entrepreneurial activities. What is sea urchin? Sea urchin is known as maritangtang in the Ilocos region, kuden-kuden in Pangasinan, and tuyom in the Visayas. The grow-out culture of sea urchin was undertaken in the sea pens at Barangay Nalbo, Santa Maria, Ilocos Sur in 1998, and the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Regional Office 1 has been vigorously promoting the technology on sea urchin culture. The sea urchins are collected and raised to marketable size in bamboo pens installed on the replat and further regarded as mini reproductive reserves in the area. Grow-out culture is effectively protected seed stock species from natural predators, increases survivorship to reproductive maturity, and enhance recovery of the depleted natural population. What are the general considerations in sea urchin in the selections of site? First, avoid building cages in an area with very low salinity because this is stressful for the sea urchins and may result in mass mortality. Second, cages should ideally be situated in a sheltered area. And third, avoid areas that are prone to kulaba or water poison. Reminders: when harvesting, keep in mind that bigger sea urchins command a better price. Thus, it is stressed that only the biggest sea urchin should be harvested. Sea urchin fishery is a good livelihood project because there is always a demand for the roe or gonads. It is highly valued product in the local and foreign markets. In the international market, Japan is the world's largest importer and consumers of roe, oni in Japan. The live sea urchin is sold at 100 to 120 per kilogram during the peak season and 150 to 180 per kilogram during the lean season, while the pressed chilled sea urchin fetches 2,000 to 2,200 per kilogram. Aside from being a food source, the shells of the raw sea urchins can be made as fertilizer and as a raw material for novelty items like candle holder. Sea urchin production process or operation. First, assessment and selection of the project site. Project site will be selected with the following technical consideration: existence of sea urchin stocks in the area, presence of seagrass beds, high water movement and water plusing, sheltered from storms and bad weather, no nearby freshwater such as river mouths, sufficient depth at least 1 to 1.5 deep at low tide to prevent sea urchin from mortality and being exposed to freshwater in case of heavy rains, free from pollution, visible and accessible from the shore, and it should not be within the navigational route. On the cage construction and installation, cages used have the following dimensions: 2.4 meter by 1.2 meter by 0.6 meter and made of polyethylene plastic screens or net and PVC pipe frames or bamboos. Cages are also installed in accessed and feasible sites. The cage bottom at least 1 foot above the seafloor. The cage top should be 0.5 meter below water level during low tides, and cages are also set at least 2 feet apart to ensure good water flow and prevent clogging of water debris. For the modular culture system, cages per module is now being recommended for sustainable production, meaning the first cage will contain 1,500 seeds with 1 to 2 cm test diameter, then transferred to the second and third cages by dividing the seed stocks to 750 each cage until it reaches 3 to 4 centimeters test diameter. For the fourth, fifth, and sixth cages, again, it will then decreases the stock to only 500 pieces per cage until it reaches 5 to 6 centimeter test diameter. Finally, the last cage intended for marketable sizes with a test diameter of 7 to 8 centimeter. It is a reminder that cages should not to exceed 500 stocks because grow-out cages results to competition. Cultivation and management. Sea urchins are cultured for approximately 6 to 7 months or until the stock reaches 7 to 8 centimeter the test diameter. The stocks are fed with sargassum or aragon once or twice a week. Each cage is liberally stocked with fresh sargassum to ensure the maximum growth rate and development of large gonads. The operation and management. It is recommended to transport the seed stock early in the morning when the temperature is low. Sea urchins, regardless of how they are transported, should not be abruptly transferred from the transport containers directly to the sea cages because a sudden change in water condition can further stress the sea urchins and may cause them to die. Still on the operation and management, the cages are also regularly cleaned of leftover algae or debris each time they are fed. Periodical checking of growth and survival of stocks should be undertaken. Do not harvest sargassum plants by pulling them up from the seafloor together with the holdfast of roots. Use a small knife or sickle to selectively harvest only plant secondary branches and leave the roots and the primary axis intact so that the plant can regenerate itself for future harvesting. Now, for harvesting and marketing. Harvesting is done when the stocks reach a test diameter of 7 to 8 centimeter. The modular system of culture will ensure 3 harvests per year, harvest every 2 months. Sea urchins are also sold fresh or processed raw form to algae in the local markets or to direct buyers like restaurants or hotel operators. In terms of economic investment, it needs 4,060 pesos and 68 centavos for the purchase of materials, including the labor for the construction of cages. So, the economic lifespan of the cages will take for 8 years and a depreciation cost of 508 pesos. For the cost and return analysis per grow-out cage in one cycle, the sea urchin harvested per cage with 96% survival rate ranges from 6 to 10 pieces, giving a production of 60 kilograms. For every kilogram of sea urchin sold at 150 pesos, giving a gross income of 18,000 pesos. With that amount, we need to deduct the total expenses to arrive the return of investment of 140% and the production cycle of approximately 3 to 5 years. That's all for the sea urchin production. Thank you for watching and God bless us all.